is Anthony Altamirano. You're watching WHCI. We've got Hall Varsity Baseball next on WHCI as the Titans look to stay perfect at home. They're also riding a 6-game. The Rocky Hill Terriers. All that and more coming up next on WHCI. All right, we're just about ready to get underway here as Rocky Hill will step up to the plate. The Titans taking on the Terriers here at Hall High School in West Hartford, Connecticut. I'm Anthony Altamirano calling the play-by-play here on WHCI. Well, the Titans answered today on a 6-game winning streak after starting their season 1-2, and they look to extend that as they're one of the hottest teams in the league. First pitch is in there for a ball. 4:04. Start our game. As that one's in there for a strike. Reed in the game for the Terriers, the lefty hitter. This one is ripped foul. Well, Grant Davidson on the mound for the Titans. He's no stranger to starting at home. Last time out he won. Led the Titans to yet another one. They're perfect at home in total as this one is fouled off. 1-2. Davidson sets. The pitch. This one is popped up. Third base, foul territory. And they're there to make the play. So one away now. And that's time for our keys to the game. Well, for the Titans, it's pretty simple. It's protect Davidson on the mound with great defense and get hot on the plate and fast. And those are the keys to the game for the Titans. It's the pitch. It's check swung, but it's in there for a strike. Chris Guolo, the batter. Davidson sets. Here's the pitch. This one is grounded to second base, but through into the outfield. It's a single. So the Terriers get on the board with a single. And now we'll take a look at the Titans defense as they line up. In left field, Tyler Hussey. Center field, Burke Reynolds. Right field, Lou Sauer. From left to right in the infield, it's Max Hanwald at third, Josh Gertner at short, Calvin Cionflane at second, and Matthew Panarella at first. Grant Davidson on the mound as the throw to first is not in time. He's safe. And behind the plate, Tyler Redden, the leadoff hitter. And that is how the Titans line up defensively. It's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Cristoli, the batter, 3-hole hitter for the Terriers. Criscuolo leads off first. Davidson stretches. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 now. Davidson sets. Pitch. This one is popped up. Right field territory. And way out of bounds for a foul ball. Davidson. The pitch. This one is hit into right field. Sauer there, blocking the sun, there to make the play and prevent the runner from going to second. So now 2-away there after the routine flyout. And in steps in the cleanup hitter for the Terriers. It's Wood. Criscuolo leads off first. Davidson the pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. Checks his runner on first, nothing doing. Pitch. It's in there for a strike. 0-2 now to the 4-hole hitter. Well, Davidson, the first baseman slash pitcher, he's a junior. Played baseball for 10 years. Pitch is swung on and hit on the third base line, but foul. So we'll do that again. 0-2 now. Davidson's favorite baseball film all time is The Sandlot. That's respectable. Everybody loves The Sandlot. Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Everybody wanted to be him. Nobody wanted to be Smalls, at least when you were a kid. Now everybody wants to be Smalls. He's the underdog. He's the pitch. Runner goes. Swung on. And that's a strikeout. So they leave a runner stranded. One hit. No runs. No errors. We go to the bottom half of the first. It's tied at 2-0. Back here watching Hall Titans baseball on WHCI. It's Anthony Altamirano on the play-by-play. And in steps in the Titans leadoff hitter, Tyler Redden, the man behind the plate. Titans taking on the Terriers today. The pitch to Redden is high for a ball. Reed, the starting pitcher for the Terriers today. It's the pitch to Redden. It's no good. 2-0 now. The pitch. Make it 3-0. Well, from left to right, look at the defensive alignment for the Terriers. It's Wood, Aderhold, and Margiota in the outfield. Mates Criscuolo, Margio, and Cristoli in the infield. Behind the plate, it's Corcoran, and then on the mound is Reed as Redden draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off today's game. And in steps in Calvin Cianflane. Redden leads off first. Now, the Titans are always a threat to steal no matter who's on first or second or third. So that's something the Terriers are going to have to watch for today. So that one is in there for a strike. Redden leads off first. Reed checks on him. And he'll throw to first. Nothing doing. It's early in the game. Throw to first. Runner gets back in time. Reed sets, checks Redden on first again. Here's the 0-1. It's in there for a strike. 0-2 now to Cianflane. Throws back to first. There's nothing doing. Redden able to get back in time. The third time he's tried to pick off the Titans catcher. The pitch. High for a ball. Reed sets. Oh, do it again. It's going to be a mound visit now for the Terriers. Still regroup. Catcher will come talk to the pitcher. Well, for Cianflane, he's played baseball since he was 3 years old, but he also enjoys football, basketball, and poker. Reed eyes his man down at first. Redden goes, the pitch. It's one on. Throw to second is not in time. And Redding gets in there with a steal. Redden leads off second. The 2-2. One is chopped foul. Reed sets, checks his runner. The pitch. It's low for a ball. Full count now, 3-2. Reed sets. 3-2, no. He'll step off. Pitcher sets. The pitch. Be low for a ball. So that's going to be a walk. So Cianflone and Redden draw back-to-back walks. So now runners on first and second to start the game as Tyler Hussey, the 3-hole hitter, will step in. We'll take a look at the Titans batting order. Tyler Redden, leadoff hitter Calvin Cianflone, and then it's Tyler Hussey, cleanup hitter Matthew Panarella, Josh Gertner in the 5-hole, Max Anwalt batting 6th, Burke Reynolds batting 7th, Naaman batting 8th, and Lou Sauer batting 9th. As Redden gets back, Reed steps off. Pitcher sets, checks his runner. Stretch. Down low. Runners both break for steal, and it's a double steal. Redden and Cianflone pull off the double steal on the ball in the dirt. And this Titans team continues to play aggressive on the offensive end at home. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Hussey. Two runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on down the third base line, but foul. One and two now to Hussey. Reed sets. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. So Hussey goes down looking as the Terriers get their first out of the game. And in steps in the cleanup hitter, Matthew Panarella. Panarella with the opportunity to break open the scoring for the Titans in the bottom of the first. So that one's in there for a strike. Two runners on, only one away here. The 0-1. Swung on tipped and fouled. Here's the 0-2 to Pinarella. This one is chopped. Catcher picks it up. Throw home. It's not in time, so Redden able to score. Pinarella gets a RBI on the ground out. As Sion Flynn will move up to third as a result, as the Titans open the scoring. And steps in the 5-hole hitter, Josh Gertner. Reed will step off. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Pitcher sets the throw. It's a pass ball. Sion Flynn breaks for the plate, slides in, and is able to steal home on the pass ball. So after the pass ball, the Titans extend the lead to 2. Josh Gertner will start on a new clean slate. The bases are now empty with 2 away. It's outside for a ball and then make it 3-0. So Gertner doesn't swing and get on with a now in steps in Max Hannawalt. As the well, Hannawalt, he plays infield and outfield. He's a sophomore at Hall. Likes the Phillies. Plans to play college baseball after high school, but he's unsure on what he'll major in. As the Titans take a early 2-0 lead, they look to remain perfect at home. They have yet to lose here at Hall this season. And at least so far, every game they've played has ended in a mercy rule here at home. Once this offense gets going, they don't really know how to, as they are now 7-2 after their last win out. So that one's outside for a ball. Pitch. That one's in there for a strike. Last time out, the Titans didn't quite look like themselves. They only scored 3 runs, which is normally saying a lot, but for this team, they're usually in the double-digit numbers for runs scored in a game. That one's outside. It was an honorable 3-1 win versus the Platte Panthers, and that was away last Wednesday. Last time at home, they faced the Talent Eagles, and Mercy ruled them in a 15-4 victory. So this one is swung on into the outfield. The center fielder able to scoop it up for the 3rd out. So a few hits, 2 runs, no errors. As the Titans take a 2-0 lead, we head to the top half of the second. Back here in West Hartford for Titans baseball on WHCI as Davidson tosses a ball to lead off the top of the second. Titans lead 2-0 after a couple runs come across to score. And in his mates for Rocky Hill as he hits this one foul. 1-1 now. Well, here at Hall High School, the prom is coming up, May 31st. Make sure everybody has their dates. So that one's outside for a ball. I wonder if any of the Titans here have had the chance to ask out anybody on a special night in their high school journeys. The pitch is inside for a ball. Well, if you haven't yet, make sure to secure your tickets to prom, obviously, and ask out those dates. The worst they can say is no. Really, I promise. This one is flown into foul territory and towards us over here on the right-hand side. And that's one of the things you have to worry about when you're not in a booth. I mean, even in a booth, John Sterling, remember, last year got hit by a foul ball, or maybe a couple years ago as this one's fouled away. Radio play-by-play for the Yankees. Obviously retired now, but he was hit. And that's something you got to worry about. As that one's in there for a strikeout, Davidson picks up a backwards K. Out for a ball. Corcoran, the batter. The pitch. Swung on and fouled. Davidson sets. The pitch. It's inside for a ball. 2-1 now to Corcoran. Fouled away. 2-2 now. Wind is starting to pick up here on this very hot day here in Davidson sets. Bat. He's outside for a ball. 74 to this season for varsity baseball. Pitch is going to be behind, able to pick up the walk. So 1 on, 1 out. And Margiota, the batter for the Terriers. The pitch. It's outside for a ball. Well, it is a warmer day here, and we mentioned that normally this is not what we see for Hall baseball, at least this season, as this one is swung on into left field down the third baseline and foul territory. So the third baseman is unable to get that before it goes out into the stands. So it's ruled a foul. 1-1, excuse me. With 1 on and 1 out. But we like the sky is very blue. I'll tell you, the best spot to be is on the left side of this ballpark. So this one is taken for a ball. And that's because that's where the sun is not being found right now. Trees covering up that area. Pitch is outside for a ball. 3-2 now. Davidson regroups. Corcoran leads off first. Throws to first. And he gets back in time safe. The pitch. He's in there for a strike. Davidson able to pick up another strikeout for the second out of the inning. So now with 2 away and 1 on, Terriers will bring up be a mound visit. Bring all the infielders in. Margiotta steps in and fouls this one away. 0-1 now, with 2 away and 1 on. Checks on the runner on first. Safe as he's back in time. Pitch. He's in there for a strike. Davidson sets, checks his runner on first. The 0-2 is in there for a strike. So he gets 3 outs, all of them via the strikeout. They leave a runner stranded. It's 2-0 Titans headed into the bottom half of the second. Back here in West Hartford, Connecticut, Anthony Altamirano on the play-by-play here for Titans versus Terriers. As the Titans are leading 2-0 here in the bottom half of the second. Reed on the mound for the Terriers. Pitch is swung on into left field. The fielder able to make the play. Berg Reynolds goes down with a fly out. And steps in Jeffrey Nyman. So that one's in there for a strike. The designated hitter for the Titans. In at the plate. Starts his at bat 0 for 1. Pitch. Swung on and missed for a second strike. Here's the pitch. This one is ripped. Up in the air. Third baseman is there to make the play. So routine pop out. And now quickly 2 are gone now. And then steps in the 9-hole hitter, Lou Sauer. Reed sets. Pitch to Sauer. Is in there for a strike. Umpire very vocal with that call. Good old umpire roars that you hear at the ballpark. So this one is hit into right field, but foul and towards us. Near that 3:15 mark in right field. Oh, 0-2 the count with 2 away. Reed sets the pitch to Sauer. It's high for a ball. 1-2 now. Reed looking for the 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom half of the second. Here's the pitch to Sauer. He hits this one, and it drops. Second baseman is there. Toss to first. He's in time. So 1-2-3 go the Titans. They still lead 2-0. We head to the top of the third. Back here in West Hartford at Hall High School, Davidson still on the mound for the Titans. They lead 2-0 as the Terriers are taking a squeeze attempt, and he'll be able to beat out the run. So he's able to drop the squeeze attempt to start the top of the third. Aderhold with a single there to lead off the inning. That'll bring in the pitcher, Brody Reed. Pitch. It's in there for a strike. Davidson checks his runner on first. Batter will step out. Take a couple practice swings. Here's the pitch. This one is ripped. First baseman tried to grab it out of the air, but unable to do it. Sal pick it up, throw it in. So the runner will able to be advanced to third on that one on the single. Well, you saw Panarella tried to snag that out of the sky, but wasn't able to quite get it in time, and it was able to be lined in the right field for a single. So that steps in Chris Cuolo. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Pitch. In there for a strike. Oh, and 1. Pitch from Davidson. Swan is swung on, and it'll be down for a base hit. Sauer unable to field it in right field. That'll score 1 run. Rounding first and headed to second. Now rounding home. That'll score 2, and he's in there for a 2 RBI triple. We're starting over 2-2 now. Chris Cuolo in there with a triple. Scored 2 runs on the play. So now a runner on third and nobody out. As Cristoli steps in and looks at a strike. So they're going to rule that an E9 on the score sheet. So the check swing is held up in time for a ball. 1-1. Pitch. Swan is swung on and hit deep to right field. Sauer looking back, able to make the play in right field. The sun in his eyes, and he stares right at it. But Chris Cuolo able to tag up on third for a sacrifice fly. That sun really poking out. The outfielders are going to have a terrible time today trying to field those fly balls. So normally here it's chilly and the clouds are out. So this one is thrown out there for a strike. Wood the batter. But not today, though. Not on this late April day. So that one is Chuck Swan. Able to hold up in time. Oh, and 2 with 1 away here. Davidson sets. Third base coach talks to the batter. pitch. It's outside for a ball. Davidson approaching that half-century mark. He's at 48 pitches. This one is hit into the center field area for a single. You saw Gertner try to dive for it, but unable to snag that. He goes through the middle for a base hit. Mates, the batter now for the Terriers. That one's outside for a ball. 1-0 now with one on and one out. Pitch. It's outside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Come on, G.
It's now 3-0 after that pitch.
It can't be the ankles and the shoulders.
Excuse me, that was called a strike. It's 2-1 now. This one is swung on and missed for a strike. 2-2 now. Davidson looking for the punch out. Checks his runner on first. It's outside. Full count now, 3-2. Runner goes. The pitch is in there for a strike. And it's a double play. Throw to second in time. Able to snag the runner going. And then the strikeout at the plate as the Titans get out of this one. But not before Rocky Hill takes a lead. It's 3-2 headed to the bottom of the third. Back here for West Hartford baseball, Tyler Redden, the leadoff hitter for the Titans, steps into the box as we get set to get the bottom of the third underway here. That one is outside for a ball. Well, the Terriers took a 3-run inning and made it a 1-run lead in the last half. Titans will look to come from behind here. Only down a run. Pitch. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Redden. Redden able to get on base via the walk in the first inning, and then he stole a base and later scored. Pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1 now to Redden. That one's low. 3-1. Reed sets. Here is the 3-1. That's in there for a strike. All right, full count now. The full count. Was a dropped third. As Redden gets in there. With the walk. Back-to-back walks for Redden. And in steps in Calvin Sionflanet. Redden leads off first. This one is hit. Foul territory and out of play. So after the foul ball, it's 0-1. Pitcher sets, throws to first. Not in time. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on and hit into right field. And it'll get down for a base hit. So now 2 runners on. That'll advance Redden to second. So 2 on now with nobody out. And steps in the 3-hole hitter, Tyler Hussey. Time is called. Catcher will come talk to his pitcher. So they'll regroup. So for Tommy, he's a junior, favors the Yankees. His biggest inspiration is Tom Brady. And it's because he says, and I quote, "He displayed that you can achieve anything you want if you simply put your mind to it." End quote. Real inspiration right there from the quote-unquote GOAT of football. So this one is low for a ball. Well, Hussey's got 2 brothers, Joe and Dan. They both played college baseball, and they both also attended Hall in their heyday. Pitch to Tommy Hussey is swung on. Hit into left field, foul territory. Left fielder tries to get it out of play. And he's unable to get it. And he went full throttle for that one. He almost leaped over the fence in left field. Well, that's what you call giving it your all. And where better to give it your all than at Hall? The pitch. Shows square. Throw to third is not in time. Redden's in there with a stolen bag. His second of the game. Sion Flynn also moves up. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Reed sets. So that one is in there for a strike. So Tommy Hussey goes down swinging. Or looking, excuse me, and that's the first out of the inning for the Titans. In steps in Matthew Panarella. Runners on second and third. Titans down by 1. The pitch is a ball. It kind of gets away from him. He's able to recover it in time. So Redden and Sion Flynn stay put. And that wild pitch. Read the pitch. This one is swung on and grounded right to first. First baseman steps on the bag himself for the second out. Well, that one was hot. That was ripped to first. That exo velo is unknown because we don't have those capabilities here, but I can tell you it was fast off that bat. But Redden able to score on that play, and Sion Flynn moves up to third, so we're all squared away back at 3. As Josh Gertner steps on in. Batting 5th for the Titans. So they'll look to regain the lead here with Sion Flynn at third. She's 90 feet away. This one is fouled back. Oh, 1 now with 2 away. 1 on. Pitch is in there for a strike. Reed just passing that half-century mark in pitches thrown. Was his 51st pitch of the ball game. Reed the pitch. It's high for a ball. Reed sets. Checks his runner on third. The 1-2. Outside for a ball. So 2-2 now the count to Gardner. Pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Well, spring is in full swing. We've got dandelions on the ground and we've got pollen flowing in the skies. Spring in Connecticut is here. So this one is swung on and hit. Second, the throw to first is in time for the third out. Tyler Redden scores on the RBI ground out, and that'll tie us up. It's 3-3. We go to the fourth. Watching WHCI. Back here for baseball in West Hartford. It is the top of the fourth. Titans and the Terriers are squared away at 3 apiece. Grant Davidson on the mound for Hall. So we begin the top of the fourth with the ball. Pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's Corker on the batter for the Terriers. This one is popped up. Pitcher and first baseman going for it. Pitcher will sag off as the first baseman, Matthew Panarella, will get there in foul territory for the pop out. It's important to be vocal in baseball. You saw both of them going for that, and then Davidson sagged off once Panarella called for it. It's just the right way to play. Margiona looks at a ball. In his second plate appearance of the ball game. The 1-0. Now 2-0. Davidson sets the stretch. He's in there for a strike. Two and one now the count. One away here. Pitch. Thought about going, but didn't. Held up. It's a ball. Davidson sets. The 3-1. Swung on and hit into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Sauer able to field it, get it in. Margiotta in with a single. The pitch. Looked at for a strike. And he sets, runner on first. Swung on, hit, foul. Oh, and 2 now. Runner goes. No, runner stays. This one fouled off. But he thought about going. But he held up. Still 0-2. The pitch. Looked at. But foul. Runner leads off first. This one is swung on, popped up. Panarella in foul territory, able to grab it for another out. On that 2 away. One on first. Eight-year-old hits this one foul. Oh, and 1. 1 on, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. This one is swung on and grounded to second. Throws it to second base for the force. So they leave a runner stranded. We head to the bottom half of the 4th, tied at 3. Back here in West Hartford, Connecticut for Titans versus Terriers. The bottom of the fourth. So this one is chopped foul. Max Hanawalt, the batter for the Titans. And at least so far, Terriers able to hold the Titans to only 3 runs. This one is hit foul again. But the thing about this team is we've seen them explode for double-digit runs in the third. We've seen them do it in the fourth. We've seen them do it in the fifth. We've even seen them do it in the sixth. So nothing is too early or too late for this Titans team. This one is out.
Which one are you going to give him? High or low?
It's 1-2 now the count to Hanawalt. Pitch. Swung on and hit foul. Reed sets the pitch. Oh, that's inside. And it actually hits him. So Hanawalt get hit by the pitch. So he'll take his base. So after the hit by pitch, Burke Reynolds will step on in. Hanawalt leads off of first. He goes back, pitcher steps off the mound. So we'll reset. Here's the pitch. Oh, Reynolds shows bunt. But he pulls back. But not before the ball hits the bat for a foul. Here's the 0-1 runner goes. No, runner goes back to first. Hanawalt was about halfway, or quarter way rather, to second, and he decided to turn around. Catcher stared him down. Pitch. Throw it back to first. In time. Called a strike at the plate, so 1-2 now. Three one now. Checks his runner on first. Here's the 3-1. This one is swung on and hit into the outfield. Hanawalt turns, headed to third. He slides and he's in there. Picks up third base on that bag. Reynolds in there with a single, able to advance Hanawalt. Jeffrey Nyman, the batter now for the Titans. As we're going to have a mound visit here. Pitching coach coming out. This could be a change. There are runners on the corners with nobody out. And it will. So that'll do it for Reed. We're going to have a pitching change. So we'll be right back on WHCI. It's the bottom of the fourth, tied 3-3. Terriers making a change. Back after the pitching change for the Terriers, we have a runner on first and third. Here with nobody out. A little Canadian for you. Little oot. I'm not Canadian, but shout out people who are. Jeffrey Nyman will step out. I bring up Canada because the Toronto Blue Jays were able to procure an extension for us. This one is hit into right field. Nyman is in there with a single. Bases are now loaded. Bases loaded now for the Titans and nobody out. Well, as I was saying before, the Toronto Blue Jays able to procure an extension for draftee Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Signed a major 14-year, $500 million extension with the Blue Jays. He was expected to be the top free agent in this year's Major League Baseball class. And now you understand the Canada reference, as this one is going to be showed, but oh, it's inside, and it actually ends up hitting him. So Sauer gets hit, trying to bunt. Tyler Redden steps in. Base is still loaded. 4-3 Titans. He'll step off. This one is hit, flied into center field. Center fielder is there to make the play, but Reynolds able to tag up, and Nyman also able to tag up, so they'll advance. Sauer stay put, and the Titans lead now by 2. In steps in Calvin Cianflane. And the catcher is going to come out and talk to his pitcher. Titans up by 2 with 2 on and only 1 away here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Cianflane, a senior himself, he favors the Red Sox in Major League Baseball. Of course, the Red Sox currently trailing the Yankees in the ever so fearsome American League East Division. As Sauer goes, throw to second is going to go over and into the outfield. So Lou Sauer gets in there, picks up a stolen bag. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Nyman is able to score off of that, so now the Titans extend their lead to 3. It's 6-3 now. The pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Cianflane. Well, Calvin Cianflane, his grandfather is his biggest inspiration, and he says that he is his #1 fan. So this one is thrown into the outfield. So Sauer able to pick up a bag on that. There's another error for the Terriers ruled by the scorekeeper. Looks like the umpires are chatted over. So 1-1 now. 1 out, 1 on. Pitch. This one is swung on and hit into foul territory. Catcher and first baseman going for it. It's out into the stands, unable to make the play. On the foul ball for Cianflane, it'll end up in the bleachers. And the coach will head out to the mound. It is another mound visit for the Terriers. And that'll do it. Another pitcher out for the Terriers. This will be their 3rd pitching change. So the third pitcher of the ball game for the Terriers is I'll take the mound. We'll be right back. WHCI. Back here after the pitching change. West Hartford baseball. The Titans lead 6-3. Packer, the new pitcher, on the mound for the Terriers. This one is swung on and hit to the outfield for a base hit. That'll score a run. Thought about going to second, but he'll make his way back to first. So Lou Sauer scores on Calvin Cianflane's RBI single. And the Titans keep it rolling. 7-3 now the score. And in steps in Tommy Hussey. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. Wind is picking up here at Hall High School. Start to get into the late afternoon here. As that weather starts to cool down the pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. 1-1 now to Tommy Hussey. But that sun's still peeking out there, making it tough for really anybody, but especially the outfielders, to make plays looking up at the sun, trying to block their eyes out while making plays. It could be tough. The pitch is for a ball. Throw to first, not in time. So Cianflane gets back. So it's 1-2 now to Hussey. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Two and two now. Two. It's high for a ball. Full now, 3-2. Sets the pitch. This one is swung on and hit, but foul. Full count to the junior. Runner goes. This one is swung on into left field. Left fielder able to make the play, and that'll be a fly out. Tommy Hussey flies out. Cianflone makes his way back to first. And you know what that soundtrack means. Sweet Escape means Matthew Panarella, the cleanup hitter, is up. Biggest Gwen Stefani fan I know that is not named Gunnar Henderson. I don't personally know Gunnar, but I wish I did. He's a good guy. This one is swung on and grounded. Second baseman will step on the bag himself for the third out. So 4 runs score on a couple of errors. Hall leads it 7-3. We head to the top of the 5th. Back here in West Hartford baseball as Reed will step in, and that's a ball to him. 2-0 now. Grant Davidson is still on the mound for the Titans here to start the top of the 5th. He's at staggering 72 pitches. So that one is in there. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Now 2-2. Davidson will step off the mound as the batter steps out of the box. Allen's in there for a strike. Able to get the punch on his 5th of the game. And steps in Chris Cuolo. Batter for the Terriers. That one's in there for a strike. This one is grounded. Second baseman fields it. Throw to first is in time, and that's there for the second out. So quickly 2 away here to start the 5th inning. Pitch is there for a ball. Cristoli the batter for Rocky Hill. The pitch. It's inside for a ball. 2-0 now. The pitch. 3-0 now. Grant David said he enjoys fishing, playing, or watching basketball. So that one is in there for a strike. 3-1 now. His father also attended Hall. Pitch. It's in there for a strike. Quickly from 3-0, we've worked his way back to 3-2 now in the count. And that one is just inside. It'll be ball 4. So he worked his way back in the count, but he's unable to finish off the batter and ends up walking him. 2-out walk. That one's in there for a strike. Wood the batter for the Terriers. Cristoli leads off first. Pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 now. Batter on first will tie his shoes, and it's 0-2 now for Wood. 2 away, 1 on, here in the top of the 5th. The batter will talk to his third base coach. And we're back to playing baseball. So runner leads off first. Pitch. Swung on, it's grounded. Cianflone scoops it up, throws to first for the 3rd out. So 1 runner left stranded, no errors, no hits, no runs. 7-3 Hall. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Back here in West Hartford, so as we take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Titans, they'll play Bristol Eastern this Wednesday in Bristol. They defeated Bristol Eastern 14-2 on April 15th here at home. They'll then come back home to play Farmington this Friday, first pitch at 3:45. You can watch that game here on WHCI. So that one's inside for a ball. And I'll be on the call for that game. Here versus Farmington. They'll go to Avon and play Avon. Then they'll play the other Bristol school, Bristol Central, back at home next Wednesday. And then we don't see them for a while. They'll be on a 3-game road stand. They'll come back for a 3-game home stand to finish up the season before playoffs. On the way this team is looking, they are going to make the tournament pretty easily. Josh Gardner, the batter for Hull, to lead off the bottom half of the 5th. Here's the 2-0 to him. It's in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Pitch. It's outside for a ball. 3-1.
That was a Hall pitch, that strike.
And that is going to be a walk for Gardner. So he picks up the walk to lead off the bottom half of the 5th. And in comes in Max Hannawalt. Gardner leads off first. Pitch. This one is swung on and over hit to the backstop for a foul. Gardner leads off first. Packer checks his runner. Pitch. This is swung on and popped into foul territory. Right fielder, first baseman going for it. Unable to grab it. We had 3 guys converging for that. First baseman, second baseman, right fielder. Fortunately, nobody got hurt and play wasn't made in turn. Hannawalt has been playing baseball since he was 5. His brother Chase attended Hall and plays college baseball at Fordham University. Max intends to do the same, play college baseball. So that one's outside for a ball. Hannawalt is actually undecided on what major he'll pick for college, and as of right now, we do not know what college he's looking at. Reed Packer steps on the mound. Gardner leads off first. It's in there. Ball. 2-2.
Right down the middle.
2-2 with 1 runner on. Nobody out. This one is swung on and missed. It's a strikeout. Annawalt goes down swinging for the first out of this half inning. And that'll bring in center fielder Burke Reynolds. Pitch. It's inside for a ball. This one is one on. Shortstop is there in shallow left field to make the play for the second out. So Reynolds goes down with a pop out. Jeffrey Nyman steps on in. Gardner leading off first. It's inside. Nyman, he's a shortstop. It's a junior. And he bats right and he throws right. Bats left, excuse me. He bats left and he throws right. His favorite team is the Mets. Of course, the Mets, pretty hot team in baseball. They're first in the National League East. So that one is called a ball. But their $700 million man, Juan Soto, seems to be struggling compared to the numbers he was putting up last year with the crosstown rival New York Yankees. So this one is popped foul. Regardless of Soto's struggles, the Mets find themselves in first on this early season. Officially a month in the Major League season, and the college season almost over. The hometown Huskies have won 11 straight, find themselves eyeing another Big East title and tournament appearance as runner breaks for second, and he's caught the pitcher completely off guard. Josh Gertner is in there, flies in a second with a steal. Catcher and pitcher are going to have a little chat after the play, and obviously the first base coach talking to some unhappy fans on the visiting side. Passion for high school baseball runs deep in Connecticut, and you can see it here today. The tensions come out in the spring, and America's pastime comes back. First base coach for Hall, taking it like a professional, though. Stuff you like to see from people that volunteer their time. And after both conversations end, we're now back to playing baseball. Two-one with two outs. Runner on second now. Pitch to Nyman. This one is ripped, and it gets into the outfield. Gertner rounding third, headed home. And that will score Josh Gertner from second base. Jeffrey Nyman picks up an RBI single, as Hall now leads 8-3. Luce Sauer, the batter now, the right fielder for the Titans. This one is a strike. Two out with one on. Pitcher steps off. Pitch is hit foul. And it appears we might have some action over there on the Hall side. Maybe Grant Davidson might not see the sixth inning when Hall comes back out on the field. So we have somebody who appears to be warming up over there on the Hall side. So one to call the ball. 1-2. Lyman leads off first and he goes back. Nyman goes. Throw to second. Doesn't matter because Sauer goes down with a strikeout. Now before run scores, it's 8-3. Hall leads at the end of 5. Back here at Hall High School in West Hartford, Grant Davidson's still on the mound. Kyle Ruckert is confirmed warming up in the bullpen on the Hall side. We suspected we might not see Grant for another inning with Ruckert warming up in between innings, as this one is slapped into foul territory on the left field side. But nevertheless, Davidson stands before us on the mound. Going to try to let him finish this, it seems. Sat at nearly 90 pitches, so can't let him go too far. Nate's the batter for Rocky Hill. The 0-2 is in there for a ball. We talk about containing energy when it comes to the high school level, and you don't want to let your pitchers go too high, as this one is popped foul behind the backstop. But you don't want to let them go too high in that pitch count. He's sitting right on the cusp of 100 pitches. He just threw his 90th pitch here. Toss from Davidson. Grounded first. First baseman steps on the bag himself for the first out. Coker on the batter. Comes in and looks at a ball. 1-0. It's low for a ball. 2-0. Davidson sets the pitch. It's in there for a strike. 2-1. It's inside. The 3-1. That's in there for a strike. 3-2, full count now. So one is swung on for strike 3. It's another strikeout for Davidson. So after the punch out, that's 2 now down for Rocky Hill as Davidson looks to finish this inning. Margiotta greeted with a ball. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now. This one is hit into the outfield for a base hit. So the 2-out single, and that was Grant Davidson's 100th pitch. He's reached the century mark in pitches thrown. This is the first time we've seen that this season at home for a Hall pitcher. It's pretty impressive to go 100 pitches in high school, still be out there and in the game. Only allowed 3 runs today. So this one is tipped foul. Good outing from the starter is what you always want to see. Coach has got to be impressed. Nick Sanford, obviously the head coach of the Titans. This one is low for a ball. 1-1. Margiotta leading off first. It's out. 2-1 now. Runner on first, 2 outs. This one is popped up. Redden there to make the play. So they leave our runner stranded courtesy of the single. It's 8-3. Hall leads. All right, back here at Hall High School, Anthony Altamirano on the play-by-play. Tyler Redden will step in. He's the leadoff hitter, and he'll lead off the bottom of the sixth here for the Titans. New pitcher on the mound for the Terriers, Morris, number 23. He'll be the fourth Rocky Hill pitcher to grace the mound here at Hall High School on this warm afternoon. So this one is popped up. Pitcher grabs it for the out. So Redden pops out. Calvin Cianflane steps in. Pitch. Sitting there for a strike. Cianflane is 2 for 2 today. A couple of RBIs. This one is hit foul. Oh, and 2 now to Cianflane. Owens high for a ball. I'll bring the count to 1-2. Owens high for a ball. 2-2 now. One's in there for a strike. So Cianflane gets a punch out. As he goes down looking. And in steps in Tommy Hussey. Pitch. That's low for a ball. Hussey 0 for 3 today, but looking to change that now. So he checks his swing and it ends up grounding. Throw to first is in time, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Terriers. 8-3, your score still. Hall leading. We head to the top of the 7th. Back here to start the top of the 7th, Cam Levine, the senior, will come and pitch in relief as Grant Davidson's day is over. Through 6 innings, allowed 3 runs, threw over 100 pitches. And he is very much in place to pick up a victory. This will not be a save opportunity for Levine. That one is outside for a ball. Levine sets the 2-0. 3-0 now. Well, Levine is a Red Sox fan. He's one of a few on this Titans team. As this will be a 4-pitch walk. Red Sox, of course, second in the AL East behind the American League powerhouse and reigning champions, the New York Yankees. American League champions, that is. Red Sox signed Alex Bregman in the offseason. And he's now batting north of 300. So that one's in there for a strike. Well, Levine will be attending UConn and Storrs. And he might play some club baseball while he's there. And the Huskies are currently rolling as this one is hit into center field. Reynolds is there to make the play for the first out. And boy, are those Huskies rolling. They're going to be playing St. John's tomorrow in Stores. That'll be broadcast on CBS Sports Network. UConn has won 11 straight, and they're ready and poised to win another Big East title. So that one is in there for a strike. Well, Levine's mom also teaches at Hall, but she attended Bristol Central as a teenager. This one is popped up, and it'll be out of play for a foul. Chris Carollo, the batter. Levine sets the 1-2. This one is skied into left field. Hussey there to make the play for the second out of the inning. Levine sets, runner on first leads. That one is going to be called a ball. Cristoli, the batter for the Terriers. This one is ripped to third, throw to second for the force, but unable to make the play as the second baseman steps off the bag trying to catch the ball. So that'll bring in Wood. Levine sets, 2 runners on, 2 out. He steps off now. As that sun is setting, it's almost fully set here. At least from the baseball field. That's in there for a strike. Almost the entire field is now hidden by shadows. This one is ripped foul. Here's the 0-2. This one is lined right to the shortstop who will make the play. And that'll end it here as the Titans continue to remain perfect at home. They extend their win streak to 7 now in total, winning their 5th straight at home. And they now improve to 8-2 on the season, winning this game 8-3. You've been watching Titans baseball on West Hartford Community Interactive. We ask you to like, share, subscribe, and we ask you to tune in on Friday at 3:45 first pitch when the Titans take on Farmington. I'll be on the play-by-play. It's been Anthony Altamirano here signing off.